The entire history of the Russian Empire. The story of the Russian Empire begins far from palaces and crowns. It starts in forests, rivers, and small settlements in Eastern Europe. In the early Middle Ages, Slavic communities lived along major trade routes. Over time, these communities formed a powerful state known as Kievan Rus. It connected Europe and Asia through trade, religion, and culture. This was the foundation of Russian civilization. In the 1200s, everything changed. Mongol armies swept across the region, destroying cities and breaking old political systems. Russian lands came under Mongol control for generations. But during this period, one city quietly grew stronger: Moscow. Moscow's rulers learned patience and strategy. They gained power by diplomacy, alliances, and steady expansion. Over time, Moscow replaced older centers of influence. In 1547, its ruler, Ivan IV, declared himself Tsar of all Russia. This marked the birth of the Russian Empire. The empire expanded rapidly. Russian explorers and settlers moved east across vast forests, rivers, and frozen plains. They crossed Siberia and reached the Pacific Ocean. Russia became the largest land empire in history, stretching across 2 continents. Power was centralized under the Tsar, and authority flowed from the top. In the early 1700s, Peter the Great reshaped the empire. He modernized the army, built a navy, and reformed government institutions. He founded a new capital, St. Petersburg, designed to connect Russia with Europe. Russia emerged as a major world power. Later rulers continued this expansion. Under Catherine the Great, the empire grew in territory and influence. Art, education, and science developed, while strong central rule remained unchanged. Russia's culture flourished, but social inequality deepened. By the 1800s, the empire faced growing challenges. Most people lived in poverty. Industrialization came slowly. Calls for reform increased, but political power stayed concentrated. Tension spread across society. In the early 20th century, war, economic hardship, and public unrest weakened the monarchy. Trust in imperial rule collapsed. In 1917, revolution broke out. The Romanov dynasty, which ruled Russia for more than 300 years, came to an end. The Russian Empire dissolved. In its place rose a new political system, marking the end of Imperial Russia and the beginning of a new era. The Russian Empire's history is a story of endurance, expansion, and transformation. From small river settlements to the largest empire on Earth, its legacy still shapes global history today.